my creatives, and welcome to another video. So today I want to create something for this journal that I'm working on. So this is a very tiny journal. You can see it here in my hand, and I made this with the Victoria Designs kit Exquisite Flowers, and it is a accordion style journal. So this is a little project that I have been working on. So I created these pages already. I did some pockets, and as you can see I still am able to do a lot of things in this tiny little journal. So what I thought I would do, I would create some specimen slide tags for this journal. I already added some tags in the top loading pockets, so these are the tags that I already created for this journal. And what I want to do is now to create some smaller tags to put in pockets like this. So what I want to do to use for that is the Tim Holtz craft cardstock that you can sand down with the sanding disc to get a nice, you know, distressed look. I also have some beeswax here from Craft Emotions. I have used that here on the outside, but also on these circles here. So I thought I would repeat that as well. And yes, I made this door and I made it by myself, so it's just a handmade door, and I did some mixed media on it, which was a lot of fun. Then I also need some acetate because I would like to see through them. I thought that would be fun because these ones do have a background, and I chose this book to pick out something for in the specimen slide, but I will get into that later on. So for now, first what I want to do is I want to create the tags. I want to make 3 because I want to add them. One here. I want to add one here because this is actually a tuck spot that I created. And I want to add one in here. I have this journaling card. I haven't finished this yet, but I think I want to add this in here. But first I want to create the tags. There's still a lot of decorating that can be done, but the beauty of this accordion is that you can open it up like this and you will always have it laying flat, so you can stamp on everything if you want to. So I picked out this green color because I thought with the inside it would look pretty cool. And I have a new stamp, and I have this stamp from Sandpool, and it's with all these numbers. I haven't used it before, so this will be my first time. And I thought I would just, you know, try it out, see if I like it. And I want to use that on this background with some gray archival ink. Now first, let's make them to size. I know this is 6 inches, so I am going to cut that, use that, so my tags will be 3 inches because I want to fold them in half. And I think I decided on 2, and I already chose a die with a circle. I don't have a circle punch in this size, but I think I wanted to have it at 2 inches. Yes, I do, because I like that with this circle. So I already prepared that up front because it's no fun seeing me trying everything out and, you know, being indecisive. So cutting the cardstock 2 inches by 6 inches. So 1, and this is number 2, and number 3. Now you can score this if you want, but I don't want to take out my big scoreboard, I think. So I think I'm just going to, you know, fold them in half and go for it like this. So then the tags will about be this size, and if I go to my book, that would be a nice small fit, right? Just some tiny tags. I can also add even more into the pockets if I would like. So doing this one in half and making sure I'm creasing it very well. Now, why am I doing it like this? Because it saves me a lot of hassle with putting on the backings. So it's just because I'm lazy. And why not do it like this? So then I thought, I have not done this before, so I don't know. I did use the craft cardstock a couple of times, but just as it was. So I thought if I would use this stamp first and then use the sanding disc, I think I will get a nice distressed effect. So I need to have a piece of paper. I think I will just use this. And then I am going to stamp this. Now I don't have a stamp block that is the size of this, so I think I just go for it and I will see where it lands, because also not feeling it taking out my stamp tool. So I will just go for it and we will see what happens. If this was a big mistake, then don't do this, but if it works out, then by all means. So stamping, I think it will work out. Oh yes, oh I like this. Oh, I love it. I picked the gray. Oh, that's looking good. Now the other one, trying to take a little bit of a different part of the stamp. Yes, I like it. And then this one, and of course I also need to do the back sides. But I'm really happy with the gray I chose. Let's do this. Yeah, because it's just the background, it doesn't really matter. It's just the background. I'm going to add other stuff. I forgot to show you that I will probably use the Tim Holtz snippets, the tiny label thingies. No, did I do it upside down? Yes, Kyra, you did. The whole point of this was not to do it upside down. But we are going to roll with it. Such is life. Oh, this always happens to me when I'm filming. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I want to go too quick, or because I'm talking that I'm less concentrated, which is probably the case. This is also upside down. Did I do all of them upside down? What? Oh no, this was the one we stamped. This one we need to stamp. Oh my gosh. So yeah. Probably it's one of those days. I thought, let's do a little simple project. Okay, now stamping it. I'm happy with this. Good enough, right? Because we are also going to add the holes in here, so something else will be cut off and then we will be fine. Now, what I want to do next is, I am a lazy person, so I have a corner rounder thingy, which is not rounding, but it is like the corner rounder. Oh no, this is another one that I have. This is my corner rounder. And it makes the tag shape. And I bought it because I'm lazy and I was making a lot of labels. And yeah. I just bought this. No, does it go through? No, it does not. I had such a good plan for this, but it's not working. It's too thick. It's because it's 2 layers of cardstock. Okay, well then we go the old-fashioned way. I have these thingies where I snipped off corners. So I think I'm going to make another corner on that and just snip this off. So you can also, you know, just turn it around like this, or make a template like this one with a card. I think the cardstock is just too thick for the punch, which I understand because it's 2 layers. So I'm having it like this. It's completely crooked as usual. But this is what I'm going for. Let's see. I don't know why I made it crooked. Can I fix it up a little bit? I think so. This. And then this. Yeah, close enough. I'm going to distress the edges, so if it's a bit crooked, then you will not see it anymore. That's why I love distressing. And that's also why I love distressing. And snip. Okay, I have my 3 bases ready. And now I want to use my sanding disc. So I'm going to do one with you or one side, and then I will just go on by myself. So what I do is I take the sanding disc and I like to really sand down the edges. And you can also do this with just regular sanding paper, but I think it's very nice to have the tool in my hand. And next thing I like to do is I like to go a little bit on the cardstock itself. So the beauty of this Tim Holtz cardstock is that you start to see the brown through, which gives a distressed look. I hope you can see it a little bit on the camera, that it gives a distressed look compared to this brand new looking one. That means that I'm not going to ink the edges because I really like this color. And I'm going to do this with all the sides of these tags, and then I will be back with you. I distressed all the sides and the back, and I absolutely love how this is looking. And I think with the gray ink, it looks so cool. So now it is time to add my dye or make my hole. And now I'm wondering if this will go through the 2 layers. If it's not, I will figure that out later on. But I'm going to try, and I'm just going to put this in my die cut machine. And I am going to try to run it through, and then hopefully it will cut through the both layers of cardstock. But I don't know. So I'm just going to take a piece of tape, and what I like to do with the tape is I put it on my sweater a couple of times so it is less sticky, because I have had so many times that I ripped my paper with this. Now it's still not guaranteed that it will work, but we can try, right? So I'm going to add this, and then I'm going to do that with the others as well, and I'm going to run that through my die cutting machine. Fingers crossed it goes through this. See you in a bit. It worked! Yay! It worked! So I ran it through twice, once forward, once back, and then I got these circles, so it worked. They're not all on exactly the same place, because why? It doesn't have to be. So these are ready for the next step. Then these circles, don't throw them away. I mean, they're lovely. They're great embellishments that you can use again. So I always keep these and put them aside and use them for other projects. I have that as well with this from another project. So keep those. Now, next step, I want to do the metallic gold wax in the circle, and that's a good idea to do that before you use your acetate, because now I can reach everything. This stuff is really, really nice. It is a little bit messy, so I get this all over my finger and under my fingernails, but you know, beauty is pain, and in this case beauty is messy, and I love it because I put this on and it gives such a cool look, especially with the Tim Holtz cardstock, because it also has some of the, you know, sanding from me, and you can see the sanding, and I just love it. So I also love it with this color. So I'm going to do that with all these sides with my finger. Then I'm going to wash my hands. It's not very difficult to get off your hands if you just go wash your hands, but in my case it always sticks on my fingernail, and then it does turn like my fingernail is very, very dirty, which it probably is because of this stuff. But yeah, this is how I do it with the wax, and I think the look is definitely worth it. Now I'm thinking maybe I want to also put it around the outside, but I can always decide that later on. I don't have to do that now. So I'm going to finish that up. This needs a little bit of time to dry. Don't dry this with your heat tool because it's warm. So if you warm it up, it will melt completely. So it just needs some time to air dry, and then it will harden, and I believe even permanent. But I'm not sure about that. But I think it will be permanent. I don't get it off the cover of this book anymore, so I think it will be permanent. So I will do that, and then I will be back with you for the next step. I added the gold, and now it is time for me to find some pictures. And what I do with that is I take my book that I want to use, and I take the circle die, and I just flip through my book to see how it would look inside the circle. Now you have this prepared, so you can also use one of these sides to see how it will look or if it will fit. And that is just how I go through my books until I find something that will fit or will fit the aesthetic that I want. Now, to save you on some time, I already did this process, and I also already fussy cut them. So I have these 3 little flowers, a pink one, a yellow one, and a purple one that I want to put inside. Now, on the back side, you are going to see the written text, but I really can't be bothered about that. So next step is, then I figured these out. Next step is to create my acetate panels, and I need 2 on each of them because it is a double tag, and I want to, you know, sandwich these flowers in between some acetate. I don't think you can see that I have acetate here, but I actually have. Maybe you can see it now. How I go about this, I'm not bothering with any circles or anything. I'm just going to measure how big my hole is. And it is, let's see, if I have acetate a little bit, I think 1 3/4 of an inch by 1 3/4 of an inch, it would fit. So I'm taking my Tim Holtz guillotine thingy, and let's see, how big is this? This is 2 3/4 of an inch. So if I make it 1, then I'm left with a little strippy, but that's okay because this is a scrap piece of acetate. Maybe I can put it like this because the tag is 2 inches, so it can't be more than 2 inches. So about here. And then I need 6 of these pieces, so I just go about, do this, and then I keep my scrap pieces because or these tiny strips, because you can color them with alcohol inks and create something very cool with that. So yeah, I just go about, and I need 6. So 1 like this, and then I think, yeah, it's about the same size, so I just need to snip off the tiniest piece, and then 3. And next, so it's just under 2 inches to make sure that it will not stick out of the tag. 4, and this one probably needs a little cut. No, it's okay. 5, last piece. 6. So I've cut down 6 of these, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere these on the inside of the tag to both sides. After my beeswax is dry, I just take a baby wipe to wipe some off. I also just used a baby wipe for my hands, for my finger. But it was not dry yet, so it smudges because you have little spots here on the inside with beeswax. So if I move them a little bit, then it will probably dry a little bit faster. That's the only downside with this, is you cannot, you know, speed up the drying process of these things. And on the other side, if it's on the back side, doesn't really matter, right? Because then we have some gold on the back. It's always pretty, right? So let's see. Otherwise I will grab my baby wipe and wipe it off. Now I have to decide nothing yet, because I'm only going to add the acetate. And how I am going to do that is I have, for example, now this Nuvo glue, which works pretty well for me, but I also use other glues. It doesn't really matter to me. Okay, laptop said something to me, but I'm not quite sure. I'm a little bit spooked about that because I did film 2 videos before my break that got corrupted. So if I'm a little bit spooked by my computer, that's why. Because they were great projects, but the files got corrupted, and that made me very sad. So glue, and where I'm going to put glue is here on the inside and around my circle. So not on the acetate, on the cardstock. And then I'm going to take my acetate, which is dirty, but yeah, makes it vintage, right? Gold everywhere. So then I put it on here, making sure, making sure that everything is covered from the circle, and then letting it dry. And I try not to mess too much with it, but like I said, I should probably let the beeswax dry a little bit more before I continue. But now you saw what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that to all of them, and then I will be back with you to continue the process. I added in all of the acetate, and it's now on both sides, as you can maybe see. I don't know. If you don't have acetate, just use some packaging or these folders to put in, sleeves to put in papers. I cut those apart as well if I don't have any acetate, but I did buy the acetate. It was really nice. It's really nice to have. But if you don't have that, just use some cheap supplies or some packaging from your stamps or anything. So now what I want to do is I want to decide what is my front and what is my back side. And there is one of these. Oh, that's going to be difficult. I think this one's just good like this. I do really like this side as the front, and this one has one side upside down. So let's do the not upside down side. Whoa. Here I do have some gold speckles on my acetate because I was too impatient. Even though I went downstairs, I had a little drink, I gave the cats their treats. Still, it's not dry, but also I have my heating on here because it's freezing in the Netherlands. So yeah. How does this always happen to me? Why do I have 2 flowers? I had prepared 3. Why does this always happen? Okay, I will look for my 3rd yellow flower that would fit in perfectly in my thing. So the flower, I guess, is lost forever. I can't find it. I think I see it, but then it's gone. I don't know. I can't find it. This happens to me. I try to be so prepared and to, you know, lay it on a safe spot, and then I don't know why it disappeared. But I found another yellow flower. I already cut it out. We're going to add this, and we're going to do it now before I lose any other flowers. So what I like to do is I like to place them in here to see where I would like them, or if they need a little inking or something. But I don't think I want to ink these edges with anything, because then it also changes the color of the flower. If I would do some inking, then it would be tea dye, but I'm not really feeling that. So How I go about this is I take a little bit of glue and I just do a, just a spot on the flower itself, and then I stick it down. So for instance, on this flower, I would do it here. Now this glue dries clear, so it shouldn't be a problem. I just do a little spot, because it will be sandwiched in between, but I don't want to take the risk that it will lower. And then I just do this, and then I can seal up my tag. So I'm going to do that as well. I was thinking if I wanted to add something in between here, like a Tim Holtz snippety thing in here, but I don't think I want to put it inside. But maybe a very, very tiny one. Would I enjoy that, or would I prefer that on top? I don't know, let's see. So if we have this tiny one, I like that here. Yeah. No, I'm just going to leave it like this. So I stuck this flower down, and now I'm going to add glue all around the tag. Also a little bit on the S-tape, because I have two pieces of S-tape, but I'm making sure that I am staying removed from the edge of the circle. Now I can also add this flower here, down here, a little bit in the glue. Please, flat. And it will flatten out by itself. So just adding glue here, also here on the S-tape and on the side, but trying to stay away from the inside circle so it will not smudge on that. And then, oh, we just flip it closed. Going to line these up. And then we have our tag slides ready for some decorating. I'm also thinking I have some leather scraps that I bought at a thrift store. So I was thinking maybe I want to add some leather scraps as pull tabs. I have never done that before, so I thought it would maybe be cool. Now I'm going to do the same with this flower. Just a little bit of glue there. And then I will add it in here. And let's close this baby up. It doesn't really matter on which side you add the glue. Now I'm adding the glue here, hoping it will not smudge. And yeah, just go to town with some decorating after this. Also thinking about if I want to do the leather straps, pull tabs thingies. And see here the glue is smudging out, so I'm going to open it up a little again. Going to take my baby wipe and I'm going to take that glue off, because I saw in Barbara her video that it can take days before this is dry, and I will not like that to see that because it's sealed in with the plastic. So let's try again. Yeah, much better. There's a lot of things you can fix if you make mistakes, and now you know, but nobody else will know if they don't watch my video. Adding this little flower, my spare flower. The other one was so perfect, but really it disappeared. I don't know, this happens to me so often. I also have to be honest, if it is on the floor, there are a lot of scraps on my floor. I am a very messy crafter. So it's so tiny, I cannot find it. But I swear to you that I will find it in my next craft project. All of a sudden it will pop up somewhere on my desk. And then this project is already done. It always happens to me. Okay, adding this little flower. And now my tags are closed. This will dry clear. Like I said, it's no problem at all. But yeah, just to give it a little bit security. It's just if you like it or not. I don't really get bothered by it because it's on the back side of the slides anyway, and you know, you have to learn to live with certain things if you work with acetate. And I guess when you create something, no one will be bothered by the glue you used. I mean, I would not look for that in your project. So just removing a little bit from the acetate, closing it. Why this is crooked, I don't know, but it's okay. Now these are ready for some decorating, and I think I want to use the Tim Holtz snippets thingies to add on here, you know, just a few labels. I also have the labels from Michelle from the Junk Journal Studio, but I'm still cutting them out downstairs. I like to do that downstairs. I like to cut everything out before I start using it. So that is I'm in the process of doing that right now, or not now because now we are creating Kyra, but you understand what I mean. So I have those downstairs as well, and I can't wait to play with them because I have the Tracy Fox labels, which I really like. But I also think I'm going to love the labels from Michelle because they are just a little bit different. Oh, I like this. It says flower insect. I think I'm going to add that here. Now I'm going to ink up these pieces. I know that for sure because I like to do that. Oh, I want to do this here in the corner, and then this one here. Love these tiny pieces. So let's do that first, and maybe I want to add some stamping, and I have decided that I really want to do the leather straps, so I'm going to grab these straps as well. For the inking part, I am going to use ground espresso because that is my favorite color at the moment. I move through colors I like, so I had a time where gathered twigs was my favorite, and now it is ground espresso, and I think it has a lot to do with the style that I am creating. I also had a time that I really liked walnut stain, so now we are on the darkest brown color that I'm actually really enjoying at the moment. Just to show that your style and preferences change, and that's all fine because it changes with your creative process, which is good because change is good in creativity. It lets you explore new things. So I ink them up. I'm also very tempted to ink the edges of the tag, but I'm not going to because I would like to have this look. Now, let's take some glue. I will take this glue because I think the other one is clogged. And I am going to glue these down. This one here. I think the tabs would also look very cool with an eyelet, so I'm going to grab those as well. And I hope nobody minds the real leather, but I found the scraps in the thrift store, so that is how I got them. And they're literally scraps because they're all very weird shapes, but I do think it's real. And then this, I like to give things a new life, like for example these images from this book that now have a new life in my journal, my creative process. If you hear any boinking or scratching, that is Link, my kitty cat, and he wants to come into the craft room, but he cannot come here because he is a big terror. He ruins everything, he damages everything, and if I let him in now, he will only lay here on my desk and trying to grab stuff. I love him. He is a cutie, but sometimes he just can't come in. I'm thinking if I want to put something on the back. Do I? No, I think I'm just going to leave the backs as they are. And I'm going to grab the leather scraps and my crocodile with eyelets. Okay, I have this piece here, which is, you can see, is a literal scrap because it has such a weird shape. But I am going to make the tab toppers, and I chose a dark one because I think this would look nice here on top. And the other colors were more reddish, and I had even a darker one. So I'm not sure, because then we also have this one, which is more red. I could also use the back side. I mean, who tells me that I need to use this side? Let's see. It does look a little bit warmer, but if I look with the journal, there's actually a bit more reddish brown in there. Or do I like this more? Okay, let's cut a piece from both, and then I will decide what I'm going to do. This is also a very weird shape, but that's fine by me. And it was all stuffed in the bag, not with a lot of care, so everything is wrinkled and stuff, but I don't really mind. How big do I want this to be? Think about here. This wide. So now we'll get a new life in my journal. If it's crooked, I also don't mind. It is what it is. I do think I have decided already on this one, because I think this one is a bit too dark and would take away from the others. So now what I'm going to do is make little tabs, and I'm just going to cut pieces, and going to attach it with my crocodile. Maybe some glue first, and then the crocodile. Okay, so this one will be a little bit bigger, and then I need another piece, and I still have this here left, which is absolutely crooked, but I don't care. I'm going to use it anyway. Just gives to the distressed look. Now, I saw Margaret do something in her video, trying to rough up the leather. So let's see if I can do that too. I don't think did she do that in the Horse Lovers journal she did a long time ago. I think it was that video. I'm not quite sure which video it was, but I have Margaret seen doing this, and I think it actually works. Just a little rougher edges, then the crookedness will also not, you know, show as much. Although it doesn't really matter, because it's also very wrinkled. It's always fun to see what you can find in a thrift store. If I decide that this one needs to be shorter, then I will make it shorter. But I would not like to waste any of this product, because, well, you know, it is real. Now it gets used and not thrown away, which gives me a very good feeling. Now, let's see. I want to have this one here. And I think, okay, let's try if some textile glue would work. I don't know. I have no idea. I have never used leather. I really don't know. But I'm going to add some textile glue, because I think it will be very difficult for me to add the eyelet if the leather is still loose. So that is why I'm doing this. Am I in frame? Yes, I am in frame. Okay, a little bit of textile glue. This is textile glue from Action. It is fantastic. I love it. It is the best textile glue I ever got. Because I had expensive one and that didn't stick. So wire gold glue, I don't know. Let's see. I think this is a bit too long. So I'm going to cut off a little piece. I don't like the balance of the tag and how big the topper is. Yeah, this is much better. Adding more glue. This. And on the other side. No! Don't bubble. Don't bubble on me, glue. Okay. On this side. Doesn't have to hold forever. I mean, I'm adding in an eyelet. It would be nice if it would hold until I'm done with the eyelet. This piece, which was our crooked piece. So let's see. I'm going to use it anyway. Okay, it is on. Now, for our eyelets, I'm going to use the big setting, and I was thinking I wanted to use this color. Oh yes, definitely. I also thought maybe about gold, but I don't know, it feels too bright for the leather. I think I like this, I don't know, bronzy antique one a lot more. So going to add that. Now everything is on the right setting, and I'm going to guesstimate the middle because I really don't enjoy measuring. It's a little bit thick, so oh yes, much better. Where do I want it? Think about here. Smooth. It is not in the middle. Okay, well, that is what it is. I need something to poke this out. Poke it up. It is what it is. I mean, because I can't move from that side, so deciding the middle is a little bit harder. I also did it on an angle because I thought you would see it better then, but I think that bit me. This is also not in the middle, but it's okay. If they're all not in the middle, then it's meant to be not in the middle, right? Think about here. It's very easy with the crocodile. Just slit through it like butter. Now, time to set my eyelets. Adding this one and press. Yes, I do like it. I do like it. And then on this one. Oh, wrong side. Really love my crocodile. Oh, I had a long time that I was thinking about, should I get it, should I not? I think it took me years to get one, and now I wish I got it sooner because I am having so much fun with it and it's such a handy tool. Okay, that is what we added. Now, do I want to add anything else? Do I want to add anything else? I don't know. What do you guys think? Do I want to add anything else? Do I want to add another tiny label thingy? I don't know. Maybe on top? Let's see. This one is too big. This is a 24. think I do like it on top of the leather there. But then it is, of course, raised because of the leather. But I do think I'm going to do it. I'm going to stick it down with the fabric glue, but first a little bit of inking. And I'm just going to stick it down. Don't overthink, which is something I'm very good at. Overthinking. Here. Oh, the glue seeps out. Of course it does, Kyra. Of course it does. Okay. Now, it gets a little bit bent because of the raise difference in my nails, but I say that is more distressed look, right? So, don't get bothered by that. No, this one is too big. I need too long. Tim, I need a really tiny one. And I know you have really tiny ones in here. I think, yes. Would like to have this one on the other side. And we want to do some stamping still. Maybe I do. Maybe some numbers. I'm also doing this because it hides a little bit the fact that everything is crooked and not in the middle. It just gives a little bit of a distraction from it all. Like I said, you can always fix everything. And I also don't mind that things aren't completely glued down, because I think it's fun if things are a little bit loose on your project. So you can move it a little bit. This is a little bit too big, this one. And do I want to add it here or on this side? Or don't I want to add any at all on this one? No, I'm going to keep that one like this. Let's see. I'm going to take out some stamp sets, and I need some small stuff. So I'm taking eccentric, field notes. Let's see. If I'm going to stamp, I want to stamp with black, I think. So I have black here. This is a new stamp I have from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Absolutely love it. But I think these stamps are a bit too big or too wide, so because there are small ones in here. Let's go to my trusty field notes. This is actually one of my favorite stamp sets ever, and I use it a lot. And I mean a lot. I think this one here. Oh, yes, I want to have the files on there with some red ink. So, taking the reds. And then I want to have something there. Can I fit this? Yes. Like that there. Maybe I don't want to have this, but another number. Or this one. No, I do want the book one. Okay, let's stamp these first and see how that looks. This one here, Fig 1 and Fig 2. And then book number 710 here. And then this one on its side. Because why not? Then can add defiled in red. I also have the circle, but I don't think I like the circle as much because we already have a big circle. It gets very circly to say. And what I like to do with this red one is to stamp it off. So you get impressions on multiple places. That also makes sure that the color red moves around a little bit, and I really enjoy that. So this one here, and then a little bit here, and then some here, and then the last one, poop. So, and a little bit there, and a little bit there. I think I'm loving them. And I think actually that we are done. I think they are done. Do you think they are done? I feel that they are done. You don't always have to, you know, do all the things. So let's put them in my little journal. So I want to have one on the first page. I think I'm going for the purple one. Oh yes, I love that. And with the topper, it's the perfect size. So you can pull it out. Oh, I love that. I'm so happy. Yay. Yay. And with the accordion folder, it also doesn't really matter how bulky things get, because it is that type of binding. Yes, I love this. Oh, yes, I like it. And then this pink one here. Oh yeah, I like this. So it gets bulky because of the leather, but because of the binding, it will just, you know, grow like this. And then I want to add a ribbon through this doorknob thingy and close it up. But yeah, then that is the project for today. I really hope you had fun and that you found some inspiration in this simple video, because they don't always have to be big projects, right? So now they live in my journal. I love them, and this is the back side, which I will probably never see, but I love it. And I love the, you know, that you can see through them. It's different than these, so that makes me really happy. Love it. Very happy. Love this stock spot. And then this is the last one that we created together. So I really hope you had fun, that you found some inspiration. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye!